Hello.
Yes, your screen is visible.
Okay. Thanks a lot for confirmation. So let's welcome you all to this trail guide where we connecting people to learn the things around Salesforce environment. And in this session, we will be learning about Salesforce Data Cloud. So it is our Salesforce Data Cloud series, and we will be learning about the Data Cloud or customer data platform. Like this is the new name that was learned at Salesforce. And let's have our team. So this is our all team. And everyone is giving a session like these are the mentors of our group. And for the Data Cloud series, me, Ritik Raghuvanshi, and Vaishik Priya, we were the mentors. And Vaishik Priya, she is also mentoring us for this sessions. And let me introduce her as well. Vaishik Priya is specialized in Salesforce Data Cloud and Agentforce. She has worked on end-to-end data cloud implementation, covering data ingestion, identity resolution, segmentation, escalation, customer unification. Like these were all the data cloud related terms. We will be exploring each of this thing into our session. In addition to data cloud, she has worked on several Agentforce use cases, designing the implementation, AI-powered and agentic solutions to address various business requirements. Like if you have the uh, more sessions about agent code. We will be getting the session from Varshikya as well. And she is passionate about exploring emerging Salesforce technologies, applying them to solve real world business challenges. And she's really excited to be part of session and she will be mentoring us and looking forward to sharing her experience and having insightful discussion about data cloud. So I have introduced myself and again introduction of Varshikya as well. I welcome you to this Data Cloud series. In the session one, we will be in this session one, we will be having the overview of the Data Cloud, in which we will be learning what is Data Cloud, what is the need of Data Cloud. So let's start by that. So these are the content that we will be presenting on today's session. Introduction to Data Cloud, how Data Cloud work, integration possibilities, permission set, how we need to add the permission set to the user, and how to configure the Data Cloud to start building things around this Data Cloud. So we will be exploring each part of the Data Cloud, but for today's session, we will be just having the overview of it. So before starting, what is Data Cloud? We have to understand why the need of Data Cloud emerges into the market. So everyone knows we are working with number one Salesforce CRM, that is Salesforce, in which in this world of AI, we are generating tremendous amount of data, and we will be storing all of this data to the CRM. So this term AI plus data plus CRM, it is a world changing, or we can say a revolutionizing term, in which we have to get the best customer experience onto the CRM. So for that we have to use the AI and the data that was generated by the user. So in this we will be exploring the things that we can do around the data that was generated by the users, and we will be exploring what are the AI capabilities that we can get benefit from the data. So before getting more insight onto the data cloud, we have to heading towards what were the problems that we faced before using the data cloud. So unified data saves what what do you mean by unification? So unification is we have different data into the different sources, but we don't know how to unify them. So for that we can use this data cloud, and industries has reported by using data cloud 67% of tech resources were freed up because because of using the modern data cloud unification solutions. And uh, they also reported AI reduces cost as well. 79% of the companies reported AI helps them in the cost reduction across their organizations. Like a company has multiple multiple regions, working in the multiple regions and having multiple sub companies in them. So these reports were around them, and it also have reported around 77%. They have saved 2 hours a week. like using the AI, we can automate our repetitive tasks. If you consider an example of a sales rep, every morning he has to log into the system and checks what are the like users that got some problem onto the system. So for that, using AI, we can like write some automation, some flows, and by click of one single click, they will be getting all of this information. So AI will help increase their productivity. So, I think you will need to understand. So, before understanding about data cloud, we need to understand about like why we like having more data every time or every year. So for that, let me consider an example. So you must all be using the smartphone, and in the smartphones you will be like using some health related applications, or you will be like wearing the smartwatches, using like doing the shopping on Flipkart, Myntra, Ajio, or like using multiple applications, and those multiple applications generates tremendous amount of data, and those all data will be stored onto the cloud. So to process that data, not every data is generated in a like structured format. Some of the data, like the smartwatch data, it is like an unstructured data when it is like generated from the source. So it is like it will be like having the information about your fitness, your sleep cycle, or how much calories you have burned in a day. So these are like some example of unstructured data. So while using a single smartphone, average person generates about like 1 to 2 uh, GB of data. So reports say like by the end of 2026, we will be having 250 plus zettabytes of data onto the clouds. So 250 plus zettabytes of data is too much of data that we like having onto the cloud. And most of the data that we have onto the cloud, we might like face, we haven't used much, we are not using that data onto a practical basis. We have that data onto the cloud, but we are not using that in a practical way. Uh, the word like the word I mean to say by practical way is like we are not getting the insights, or we are not utilizing the data in correct way. So for that purpose also we can use the data cloud. Like data cloud will be solving those problems as well. So before data cloud, what we are doing. So uh, like I will be like moving further in a step and step way. So I will be like having overview of what a data cloud is. So before data cloud, we have to like manually write some integrations, and companies report that for like a company, while designing a solution or a software solution, 36% of their time they will be spending while designing, building, and testing custom integration. So if a company is having different sources of data, might be structured one, unstructured one. So if they wanted to get the data onto a single platform, like a warehouse system, then they have to like invest their 36% of their time to build this solution around them. So, uh, and considering an example of this, we can like consider an example of retail chain or an application, or we can say a company which is having some POC machines or in stores in the physical format, in which like they having some POC machines, POS machines, sorry, POS machine. Those POS machine will be like having the data about a customer's billing, or what items they have purchased for a specific interval of time. And that type of data is usually stored in a CSV format in the local servers of the retail chain, from where we will be purchasing some items. Also, consider same companies having an application or a website. So might be their application is developed on Kotlin or any other like web-based, or sorry, mobile-based application, and the web application is also built on something else, and they might having some different databases, or we can say they were having an ERP system or CRM system where they will be like managing their data, but their data is in uncluttered format, or they don't have single source of truth about the data. So for that, if they wanted to like unify the data or get the best insights from the data, they have to like uh, have their data onto a single source, sorry, onto a single system. So for that, they have to like define or build the custom integrations. So while building the custom integration, they have to uh, keep some points into their mind. So they will be like have to consider about what was the volume of data that needs to be synced from different sources. What will be the integration time? Because like when data travels, it requires some time to get data from source to writing that to the target. And if uh, if we have written and custom integration, we have to maintain that as well. Like if any source definition got changed, we have to update that to the target system as well. And while building this custom integration, we have to think about the security and compliance as well. Like if we don't want to lose our data, or we don't want any data breach, so for that we have to think about security and compliance as well. And for all of these things, we have to hire a technical team which will be having technical expertise. They know the source system, the target system as well, and then they will be writing these custom integrations. So to avoid this, we can like use a custom integration platform that is having multiple integrations pre-written. So for all of these problems, uh, Data Cloud could be a solution. So what really Salesforce Data Cloud is? So according to the definition, Salesforce Data Cloud, also known as Data 360 or CDP, full form is Customer Data Platform, is an hyperscale real-time data platform that unifies all customers and business data into single source of truth. So the real definition lies in it is a platform that unifies the customer data. So the main purpose of uh, CDP or Salesforce Data Cloud is Data 360 is to unify the customer's data and activate that data onto the target system, or to get the best insights of that data, or to perform the marketing. So what are the like things that we can do with the data? We will be exploring into the series. So let me like add one point to here. Like this Salesforce Data Cloud was introduced in 2020 as a name customer 360 audience, and later after uh, adding after like after a year, 2000, in 2021, it was renamed to Customer CDP, sorry, Salesforce CDP, in which like they have focused this data cloud as a customer-centric data platform in which they will be having, they will be doing customer unification. They have like started their vision around this, and also that time they have introduced some AI capabilities onto that platform. So for that, this is an revolutionary product for them. In 2022, it was again renamed as a Marketing Cloud Customer Data Platform. And then in 2023, it is renamed to Salesforce Data Cloud or Data 360. The present name is Data 360. I hope I'm clear till yet. If you have any questions, please like feel free to ask me.
Hey Ritvik, thank you for the explanation. I have few questions. So when do you mean
Yes.
by data cloud? So basically, that is a single source of truth. We can capture any kind of data here in this data cloud, right?
Yeah, we can like capture structured and unstructured data. And if we would talk about integration, we have like many integration capabilities which is Data Cloud is holding, and we can like write custom integrations as well. If you have a legacy system, you can like ingest the, or you can say write an ingestion script, and that source data will be ingested from the source and written to the Data Cloud.
Okay. In few of the organization, ERP system is the source of truth where they captures all the
Yeah.
data like finance, inventory and everything. The exactly the same
Mm.
way can we capture all the data in the data cloud also.
Uh, we are like not capturing the data. The main purpose of data cloud is not to capture the data, but to unify the data by taking the data from different sources.
Okay.
Yeah. So, um, if all good, let me proceed further. So we have like uh, uh, gone through some points. What is data cloud and why is the need of data cloud? Now let us understand how data cloud works. So for that, they have a cycle in which we will be getting data from different sources, and those sources could be like CRM systems, which relate to Salesforce, like Health Cloud, Marketing Cloud, Revenue Cloud, or Service Cloud, Sales Cloud. Also, they have multiple tie-ups with cloud platforms like AWS, GCP, Azure, and we can like have the data from different devices as well. Like we can write custom APIs or SDKs to our legacy systems, our mobile applications, and other applications. Like if we have an application written into .NET, we can write the data from .NET application using APIs onto the data cloud. If we like having a legacy system, then we can write an custom integration using MuleSoft. Like having an ERP system as well, like we can return that custom integration using MuleSoft. If data cloud is not having that connected, we are having some ERPs that those connectors are not still available onto the data cloud. For that, MuleSoft is a great choice. Also, for like the popular one, SAP is having a direct integration connector onto this data cloud, so we can like directly integrate SAP onto the data cloud. So after choosing our data sources, we have to connect that data, uh, connect that source. So for that connection, we are having the connectors, and if connector is not available, we can write custom integrations. And what like in the connection step, we have to like define the data streams, and these data streams have the purpose to get the data from source and write into the data cloud, so that data cloud writes all of its data in the raw format in the data lake objects. So we will be like exploring each of this term in the next sessions. And in the connection, the data is scalable, and after the data is got to the CDP, or data 360, we have to like harmonize the data. And the meaning of harmonization here is we are having different sources on different sources, and those source system might have different definitions. Consider it as an example of in the sales cloud, we are having uh, users as customers or contacts, while on the um, marketing cloud we might have the same user as a different name, or might be they are having their field name as a different. Or if we have another legacy system, they might have different names or different source schema names. So for that we have to harmonize that in a single format. So for the harmonization, we have to use these data model objects, also known as DMOs. And in this DMO, we will like connecting these DMOs to our data streams DLOs, and we will be harmonizing their schema. So harmonization is like uh, uh, getting the source schema and standardizing that schema to a single schema. So that we can get a better view of that data. And in that harmonization, we will be storing all of the sources data, like we are having from which source this data has been ingested to us data 360. Okay. After harmonization, the next step is about unification of data. So the unification is like we are having different customers to the source system, and we might have a customer in different system having some little bit difference in the name. So let me like share with them this with an example. So, so here you can see we have different sources of data. One is health cloud, one is an e-commerce cloud, and other clouds. So in this, you can see a customer named as Rachel. She is like belongs to different uh, clouds, but having a few of its details as like different. So here you can see she is having first name as different from health cloud and commerce cloud, but last name of her is same. Email is same. Might be phone number is also same. So we are having a single customer residing on different system in and like having different information. They were having some of their information is different, but they were a single customer. So for this, we have to like unify our customers so that we can perform the right marketing, right amount of marketing. We don't like junk their mail, or we will be optimizing our marketing cost as well by doing campaigns, or we wanted to target them for specific deals. So for that, we have to perform the unification so we can get the single source of truth about the customers. So for that, in the data cloud, we are having the process that we do is the unification, and the tool that we use for that is identity resolution. And after like in the identity resolution, we define some rules in which we will be defining if a customer is having last name as same in two systems and having email is same, and then we will be like we will be defining that customer as a single customer. So this will be like definitions. And in the customer graphs, we will be having those unified profiles. And after the unification, we will be like analyzing and performing predictions. So the term analyzing is like we got the data, but what are the like things that we can do onto this data? So in that analyzation, we will be like doing all of this thing. So the feature that we use to perform the analyze the data, we will be using calculated insights, and we can like build the reports around the data that we got. Also, we're using the business intelligence using like this calculated insight as well. We can perform the segmentation of the data as well, and we can bring our own models to perform the AI predictions. And this is a capability that Data Cloud has. Like we can bring machine learning models from AWS SageMaker. Like these are the pre-trained model, and we can directly use that models to get the insights or predictive analytics, perform the predictive analytics on that data. And after analyze and predict, we can act on the data. And the meaning of acting on that data is like we got the insights. We have created a segment of data. We have get the calculated insight. Now, what to do with this? So for that, we can move this data to our another clouds like marketing cloud, sales cloud. So for that, we are having some features like activations, actions, or we can directly see that data onto our apps as well. And we can also use flows to get this data and write that data to another system. And this is not only limited to Salesforce ecosystem. We can write this data to another system as well. Like we can connect our S3 bucket and write the data on there as well. So there's multiple possibilities using Salesforce Data Cloud. And continuation of that, how data cloud works. So data cloud is intelligent. Like uh, we can use the power of Einstein to perform to get the unified or customer data, and we can personalize every interaction, and it is really scalable in doing this, and it is real time. The like main capability of data cloud is like it can perform a tremendous amount of uh, data, like fetching from source and then performing harmonization, customer unification in real time. So for this, like data cloud is really like um, data cloud is really extensive, or we can say uh, powerful, and it is also automated if we like have defined a pipeline, so it can like streamline all our business processes, and we will be having a up-to-date customer data onto the CDP or data 360. And one metric around this is the data cloud is so scalable that it can connect and harmonize around 100 billion records daily. So 100 billion records is really a good amount to process the data. So this is also in like slide which is showing us we have different sources of data. Like an organization might be a really scalable organization, but might be they are having their data onto different on-premise system, or might be they are having they were using ERPs, AWS server, GCP server, Snowflake servers, but their data is really disconnected. So they could not be able to use that data in a meaningful format. They could not able to perform the right marketing, because if they have connected their one of their source system to a marketing cloud and another source system to the marketing cloud, then they might be performing some duplicate marketing, due to which customers might feel frustrated. So for that unification, we can like use this data cloud, and reports say like 71% of the company's applications are disconnected uh, because they don't have any platform to unify that data. So I hope I'm clear. If you have any questions, we'll continue the question. So my question is, okay. So I'm talking about this, like data cloud is open and extensible. It is having capability to integrate with different source system, and we can like write data to different systems as well. So data cloud is having some strategic partner in which like Snowflake, Google Cloud, GCP, also known as GCP, AWS. They will be having like Snowflake and Google Cloud is having have signed zero copy ETL federation with Salesforce, in which like we don't have to move the data from their systems like the Snowflake or GCP. We can like directly fetch that data onto the real time using data 360. We have first party advertising as Google, Meta, and Amazon ads. Like if you wanted to perform the activation of that data that we have segmented in the data cloud, then we can perform the advertising directly, pushing this data from Salesforce Data Cloud to this first party advertising agencies like Google, Amazon Ads, Meta. Also, we can bring our models or creating models from Amazon, which is like AWS is having its service as SageMaker, and Google Cloud is also having this service. So we can like bring their machine learning models, and we can directly train that model onto our data or unified data that we have onto the data cloud. Also, there are some specific app exchange partner as well. They were like continuously building these solutions or integrations to use different source system or different target systems into the data cloud. So, it's like, uh, so now we can move forward to configure and set up our Salesforce data cloud or customer CDP. Sorry, Salesforce CDP. So for that, like Salesforce has provided us this link. Let me show this.
So, Ritik, can you tell the users, attendees, how to sign up for the data cloud before proceeding?
Yeah. Like I will be sharing that detail. Yeah, this. So attendees can scan this QR code. They will be redirected to the URL, and they can sign up for Salesforce org, which will be provisioned with Data Cloud. Uh, that will be having the license of Data Cloud and Agent Force. And I also like sharing that link to the chat as well. Let me like share. And this is the article. Provision the Data Cloud. So we will be sharing the slides to you. If you wanted to, you can wait for like a couple of minutes by the time you are creating these data cloud orgs. If you want to. So then should we wait for like them to
You can proceed. They can sign up later for the org.
yeah, sure. So uh, first first of all, like thing that you need to use the data cloud, you have to like assign to your user. So there's a permission set named as data cloud architect. This is having like major permissions that you need to use a data cloud onto a org. So this permission set you will be like directly getting onto the data cloud org that you will be signing using the URL that I have shared. And most of you might be it is reassigned to your user. So if it is not assigned, you can like go to your user and find this permission set and assign to yourself, like to your user. And this will be like enable admin permission set, which is relevant to Salesforce CRM. Uh, like it will be like shared to the Salesforce CRM user, and it will share you the access of the data cloud architect. It will be like having the permission of data cloud, all of the features of the data cloud, and you will be like getting the access of data cloud setup as well. And we will be like in the next slide, we will be talking about what are the permissions set available for the data cloud access. So after assigning, we have to provision the data cloud. Like when you assign this permission set to your user, you will be getting this data cloud setup option. So you have to navigate to this data cloud setup option, and in the home menu itself, you will be getting this get started option. So it will like have you like it will provision your Salesforce CDP environment to your this sales org. So it will be like your Salesforce CDP is acting as a tenant onto your Sales Cloud. So you will be getting a tenant specific endpoint for that, and it will be like used for your API calls as well. Okay. And while doing this, you have to like be patient. It might take few minutes. Like sometime it got provision in few minutes, around 2 to 5 minutes, or sometime it takes 10 to 15 minutes. So be patient about that. It will like if it started, it will be completed. So the permission set that I was talking about for the data cloud is like we are having uh, four permission set was defined by Salesforce that we can directly use. Also, we can like tweak this permission set by cloning this permission set, and if we need additional access, then we can like clone those permission set and use in uh, a custom format. Okay. So for that, we are having first one is Data Cloud Architect that I have shared with you. Like you can use this to get administrator access of Salesforce Data Cloud. So using this Data Cloud Architect permission, users can have like all the functionality within the Data Cloud. They will be having the access to Data Cloud setup as well, mapping the data model, creating the data streams, identity resolution tool set, insight, like these are all of the major features that you will be getting the access. And if you talk about the full access, you will be getting the full access of data space, data governance, data share, data streams, data lake objects, data model objects, the data transformation objects, and data graph, query editor, calculate identity resolution, calculate insights, and more. Like this is the like a god level permission for you to use, and you will be getting the view only access for data explorer and profile explorer. Like this will be in a not an editable format for you. So these were let me like explain what data explorer will do for you. So Data Explorer will be helping you to explore the data that got ingested using the data streams, or that you have onto the data model objects, or onto the calculated insight, or onto the segments. So that this data explorer feature will be helping you to explore the data that you have onto the data cloud. And profile explorer, it will be helping you to explore the unified profiles of the customers. Okay. And Data Cloud Activation, the next permission is Data Cloud Activation Manager. And it is like previously known as Data Cloud Marketing Manager. And this permission like is permanently used by the marketing managers, like managers of the marketing team. They will be having the overall of access to the segmentation strategy. They will be having the access of segmentation that will be building around into the data cloud, and they can like create the activation target, and they can like write the custom activations as well. So the if you talk about full access, so what full access they will be getting, so they will be getting the access of query editor, data action. They can build data actions. They can add a new data action target and data transformation, communication capping. So communication capping is a tool which will be like helping us to help us to uh, as we say uh, not performing adverse marketing. So it will like help us to define some rules in which we will be limiting the data flow for marketing use. So this we will be exploring on to the next sessions, and we can like they will be having the access to perform the segmentation, create new segmentation, writing the activation, or adding the activation target as well. And they don't have access to create a new data streams, write data to DLOs, or edit any DMO, data graphs, data explorer, identity resolution. They don't have access. Like they will just having access to view only in the view only format, and they don't able to like add or update the data, or they don't have the access to update anything related to data streams, DLO, DMOs, and they don't have access to data cloud setup. Like they could not like provision, like using this data cloud activation manager permission, you can set up the data cloud. Like you don't have access to provision, or you don't have access to add any data space or data governance. So we will be exploring each of this term into the next sessions. Until yet, anyone is having any question? I hope you are having a clarity. What is the difference between Data Cloud Architect permission set and Data Cloud Activation Manager permission set? So moving on to the another two permission set that we have already defined by the Salesforce. The next one is Data Cloud Activation Specialist. It is like previously known as Data Cloud Marketing Specialist. This like using this permission set, users can create segments. Okay, so they will be having full access of query editor data actions. They can query the data. They can write new data actions. They can write the data transformations, segmentations, or activation. But they don't similar to the manager permission. They don't have access to create a new data streams, update any DLO, DMO, or update any data stream as well. So they don't have access to create or update the previously created data streams, DLOs, identity resolution, profile explorer, and detection targets. Okay. So let me add one more point here. The difference between this Data Cloud Activation Specialist and Data Cloud Activation Manager is like the name specifies manager and specialist is for the manager, we have access to create a new data action target. Like they can add and target system to our system to connect that and uh, target our data from data cloud to the third party system, or we can say any marketing cloud instance. But this specialist, they don't have access. They can view what are the action targets available onto the system, but they don't have access to update or create a new action target. Or now what they don't have access to, so similar to manager, they don't have access to data cloud setup, data spaces, data governance, data shares, okay, and much more like and for the data cloud user, this is like some basic permission. So if we having sales, or we can say representatives, which just have to view the data that is onto the system, then we can assign this permission to them, and they don't have access to they don't have access to anything. The full access, they don't have access to anything as in full access. They're like do not able to create any data stream, do not alter any data stream, do not able to create any DMO, and another feature like any other feature, they don't have access to create or update anything. But they will be having the access to view the data spaces, data streams, data lake objects, data model objects. So they have access to like view all of the things, but they don't have access to update or create a new one. And they similar to like the manager and activation specialist, they don't have access to data cloud setup as well. So this is the difference between the four permission sets that was provided by the data cloud, sorry, by the Salesforce. We can clone those permission set, and if we wanted some extra permission, then we can like modify those permission set also. So this is the home page of our Salesforce data cloud. Like it is when we provision it, it is like residing onto the Salesforce org as a tenant. So it is like we can access that data cloud using the apps that we have onto the Sales cloud. Similar to that, we have like sales application and another. So similar to that, we have data cloud acting as an application onto the system. So we are having these features that we're talking about: data streams, data lake objects, data model objects, identity resolution, and much more. Like list is countless, and we can like explore more. If I wanted to brief about two of the features that we have on the service, and the first one is data streams that is used to ingest the data from sources to our data cloud, and we have to like define our source system. We have to like define the schema that we need to ingest, and we can like apply some basic filter while ingesting the data. We can create few formula fields as well by creating the data stream. And we will be like doing this practical hands-on on the next session. And when we create a new data stream for them, these data lake objects are second feature. Data lake objects, it is like it will be like automatically created for them. So these data lake objects will be helping them to store the data. So data stream will be uh, like a pipeline. It will be getting the data from source and writing that data onto the data lake objects. Then we have another feature, that is data model object. So these data model objects will be used to harmonize the data. So we will be like mapping multiple sources, tables, or multiple sources object schema to an unified, or sorry, not unified, to a single schema. So uh, using data model objects, we will be unifying the schema, not records. So for the record unification or customer unification or the data unification, we have to use another feature, that is identity resolution. In the identity resolution, we have like we can create identity resolution rule sets. In those identity resolution rule sets, we can define multiple conditions like what were the like key features that we use to identify a user. So the diagram that I have showed to you, it is having the feature as last name and email, or might be phone number as well. So for that, we can define the rule as if a user is having last name is same, email is same, and phone number is same, then treat that customer as a single customer. So and we have to like treat these identity resolution to get the best results out of it. And in the identity resolution itself, we will be having reconciliation rules. So these reconciliation rules will be driving us to get the best information, and we can define these reconciliation rule. In the reconciliation rule, we can define what is the information that we need to get onto the unified profile. And we will be explaining what the unified profile is. So unified profile is like a, single source of truth or single customer, single identity of a customer. So it is like um, it is similar to a keyring, in which like this keyring is having the information of all of its related keys. Okay, so it will be like having this view. So the unified profile, the symbol of defining a unified profile is this one, profile, and it is generating an UUID, and this UUID is having link to all of the source systems. So if we have a user, two or three system, like a same user on two or three source system, we will be like we can easily identify using a single UUID. So we is like explaining about the schema, or we can say the schema that define UUID to the individual objects or individual customers. So we will be explaining these on to the next sessions. And after we get the unified profile, we can like perform the segmentation. So this segmentation is like creating a uh, creating a sample population from a large number of population. Like consider we are having different sources. We are getting 1,000 users, but we wanted a specific set of users. Consider it as user that can that is having the purchase history. Like if user has purchased something from us, and the purchase amount of customers, like the overall purchase amount of the customer is more than $5,000, we will be treating those customers as a posh customer. So we can like create these customer segments using the segmentation feature of the data cloud. In the data governance, we can like define the rules. These like having these are like asking the uh, um, data to follow the governance rule that government decides. So like many governments decide that our data not to be shared to different servers. So for that, we can define this governance. These are like compliance rules that was defined, and we can like build our custom compliance rule as well. And in the Data Explorer feature, Data Explorer tab, we can like explore the data that was like ingested using the data streams. We have to like query the data lake object, the data model objects. We can query the segmentations as well, or we can query the calculated insights. So there's like much more to explore, and we will be exploring together these things. So when the question is about bringing the data to Salesforce Data Cloud, so we are having around 270 plus connectors that were already made for the data cloud. So for the analytics purpose, for advertisement, for getting the data from CRM, ERC, finance, marketing. So there's something for everyone. And if you don't have anything for that, you can like create connection to the MuleSoft, and MuleSoft is handling the integration part, and we will be like, connect to the MuleSoft. MuleSoft will be fetching. So MuleSoft will be providing us the data, so it will be acting as an integration layer for us, and we can activate the data to do uh, marketing tools as well. So there's like lot of much to explore into the data cloud. We can like connect directly to the databases. We can connect to data lake objects, or sorry, not to the warehouse system, data warehouses, or into the data lakes, and those uh, connecting to those data warehouses also having like countless possibilities. So if we are connecting to a data warehouse, it is already like if you are connecting to a data warehouse, it is already having a vast majority of the data. So the data cloud is so much scalable. It will be handling all of those pipelines, and we will be ingesting the data seamlessly. So till here, anyone is having any question? Let's move further. So so in a single point, what data cloud does for us. So data cloud solves us the data serious problem for us. So like it will be connecting to different sources, and you by getting their source data, we will be like creating the unified customer profiles so that we can perform the right activation. We can like create the perfect calculation, or we can uh, we can target our customers in a right way. So for this session, we will be like using Salesforce CRM as one of our source system. The second source system will be Salesforce, and we have like written an ingestion API. So for that, we will be like using ingestion API to get the data, and we can like directly connect with the external APIs as well. So that also possible. So we will be like using three source system for our demonstration purpose. So this was all about the session. You can like scan this QR code to sign up for the Salesforce Data Developer role, and that you will be having this capability to uh, ingest the data by connecting to the sources, and we will be like performing that hands-on in the next session. Till then, we are good for now, and thank you all to like we appreciate your time, and we will like learning more things around this data cloud. So thank you all for listening me, and that's all I have. Thanks. Sundaji, I'm done.
Yes, thanks, Ritik, for your wonderful session. So, Neha, what was your question? Can you clarify once? Neha, you there? Or is your question answered by Shifali? Yeah, so there are individual Slack channels, and there is one channel that all Trail Grid, where we post all the updates. Individual channels have also have been created. Please do join them.
Yeah, Neha, we will